Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bow Life. This week we are right here on the Mississippi River. Our club, River Bend, one of my favorite places on earth for whitetails. It's the Rut, and Greg Farrell from First Light's coming to hunt this week. Should be great. I'm hoping we get on some of these big Delta bucks. I'm gonna try to shoot a couple. I ain't shot since Texas has been crazy busy, so just gotta see if we're still even in the ballpark. In the headlights, so. Okay. And don't get any more dead center than that, so. Good. I'm just gonna put this in the pack. So many nice deer walk by this tree that when we were done hunting, even though I wasn't going to hunt it last year, I went ahead and did the work, looking a year ahead. And in the Rut, I mean, you only have a short window to understand how the deer move on a place in the Rut, how they cruise. And especially in Mississippi, because a ridge here is maybe 2 feet higher than the rest. And so I used that intel and went ahead and prepared for this year. We just brought saddle platforms in before daylight and put them up. I've never hunted this tree, but I know they walk by it. And I'm hoping that's what happens this morning. It's foggy. I'm looking forward to a week of the Rut in the south. I love it down here. Got that doe over there. Big 7-point coming to the bottom there. Well, just like we thought, this is a really hot spot. Saw a ton of bucks moving back and forth. So it's not the one we were after, but we are hoping that all this buck movement is an indication of what's to come this week here on the Delta. As you can see, it's raining very hard, and the deer were trying to move. They were moving, starting to move like crazy, and then it started downpouring, and they kind of eased back into the thick stuff. So on day 2, some really rough weather moved in and it slowed the deer movement down quite a bit. However, we got a text from one of my good friends, Michael Young, that he had just smoked a giant buck, and instantly knowing where he was hunting, I knew exactly what deer he was talking about. Dude, what a buck, man. That's a Mississippi River deer right there. Look at the mass on this thing. You know what's funny is you text me on the Zoleo and said, shot him, and I knew there wasn't but one deer on this whole place, 3,800 acres you'd have been talking about.
Appreciate it.
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Good, you made it.
Made it to Mississippi.
Yeah, welcome to Riverbend, man. That was way in here.
The place looks incredible. Got the view of the river. I mean, all this ground. What do you guys have? Like just short of 4,000?
Yeah, 3,800 acres,
Yeah.
right on the Mississippi River. Special place.
Well, we appreciate you having us out here and looking forward to hitting the woods this week.
Yeah,
Should be a good time, man.
Speaking of that, we probably should get unpacked and get to it.
Yeah, we're running a little late thanks to the airlines.
Yeah, we got a spot we can get to real quick. Should have a pretty good sit though.
Cool.
So, yeah,
Let's
let's
get
do
after
it.
it.
Right on.
All right, night one in Mississippi. It's been a little bit of a run around this afternoon. Airline lost my bag that had my saddle, my harness, my tree stand in it. So we dealt with that at the airport for a while. Still not here. Hopefully I'll get here tonight. But we finally got here. We're a little late. Borrowed a saddle. But we got in the woods, kind of scrambled up a tree. We've already had a number of deer on us when we walked in. Didn't get a great look at them, but probably a shader buck. With a doe pinned down, they kind of walked off. And then we no more got in the tree. Saw 3 more does. A really nice younger buck, probably 3.5. Came out and checked all those does. We had another probably 2.5 cruise by, just kind of bumping around, scent checking. So it's been eventful already. Got our fingers crossed. We'll see what happens.
So here on Riverbend, we have some of the most strict rules that I've ever had to abide by in the hunting world. And I told Greg, it's not gonna be long down here until he's gonna have to make some really hard decisions on whether or not to shoot or pass.
Yankee's a shooter. I'm not sure. Oh, there's another one. Been a fun sit. We still got some time left, but man, eventful evening. So me and Micah just came to a spot we've never been, between 2 food plots, and literally had a buck come in you guys didn't see as I was hanging the set. We got our set hung, pulled my bow up, I look up, and I don't even have my wireless mic on, and a big shooter 8-point come right by us 30 yards, and I passed him because I didn't know what the audio situation was. The last thing I heard Micah say was, "You don't have audio," and so I didn't want to shoot him with no audio. I mean, if he would have been like ungodly big, okay. So I passed him, but oh well. Sketchy situation. I didn't want it to go down that way. But we're in now, and if he comes back, I'll probably shoot him.
So the buck movement is at an all-time high down here at Riverbend. The rut's in full swing. And there's a spot I've been eyeing up on my Spartan 4 jab that we kind of call Terra Pinch, but we never get a wind to go in there and hunt. But we are finally getting it in the morning. And so we're gonna take saddles in there. Me and Micah get in there nice and early, and I can't wait for daylight. daylight. We're gonna go in here and hang a set and hunt it. We parked right here. We're gonna walk across this field, go up this edge, and cut in right here. Everything pinches down where it swings around this other big field. With a northeast wind, there should be money right there. Anything that wants to go from here to here. I think this one, Mike is gonna have to be back here, and this next one behind me, but it's about all we got right here. Maybe 20 feet max. So we get in here super early and set up in the pitch black dark. Now I'm just hoping that when it breaks daylight, we're in the right spot.
Morning deer here in Mississippi. We came into a new spot this morning. Kind of blind. Levi pointed us in the right direction. It's a spot he sat before, but we came in the dark on the set. Kind of just, we're in this little bottom. There's a little ridge over my right shoulder that supposedly they like to cruise this time of year when they're pushing does around and stuff. So it's been pretty slow this morning. We've seen one doe so far, about 1 million squirrels. Wind is supposed to switch, I think later today or tonight, so we should get a good wind switch in here. It's supposed to cool down a little bit, so the rest of the week looks really good.
This is about as good as it gets for a rut spot. Big, probably a 300-acre wheat field. And a strip of timber that connects 2 big blocks of wood. And in this strip of timber, there's cane. It's real thick cane, and they bed in it real heavy. But right here, the cane is split. And there's just an opening that they have to cross from one side to the other. And it is an ambush spot like I've never seen. I mean, it is just nuts. Never been in here before. We just come in before daylight and hung a set, and it looks awesome. So I literally had just finished the morning interview, maybe 5 minutes, and I hear some footsteps and look up and see a giant frame pushing a doe right at us. So initially on the shot, I was a little worried that I might have hit him right in the shoulder because it didn't look like I got great penetration, but after we got down, walked over to where I had hit him, there was blood everywhere, and I instantly figured I had went through, hit that offside shoulder, probably got heart, and I don't think he's gonna be laying too far.
He's pouring right here again. He's gotta be right here somewhere. Oh. He's right here. He's dead. He's dead. Hey. It's been a long rut, but we've got a giant on the ground now. Guys, it is December 12th, and we are sitting with an old, heavy Mississippi River 8-point. I fell in love with hunting the Mississippi River years ago, and Riverbend, Mississippi River in general, the area is special, and Riverbend is another step up from that. Michael killed a giant yesterday, and it was probably the highest scoring deer that we had on Riverbend. And then there was just a bunch of big 8-pointers. And whenever Michael sent me that message on Zolio that he'd killed Tough, I looked at Mike and I said, game on, we're about to go chase some big 8-pointers, and that's exactly what we did this morning. We actually were hunting a different 8 that we call Brutus. It's quite a bit bigger than this one, and I thought this was him. But this is Slick, old 8-point, and Brutus is still walking around. Maybe Andy's coming in at lunch. Greg's hunting, so maybe one of them will get him on the ground, but I'm pumped. It's been a heck of a year, and we got a dang good one on the ground.